At midnight, I don't deliver mail. I deliver consequences. The city thinks the day ends when the porch lights go off. The postal system knows better, because paper keeps moving long after people stop paying attention. And when a signature shows up where a signature can't exist, someone is using the mail as a weapon. My name is Frank Hale, 58, 30 years with the Postal Service, the last 10 in the part of the building most people never see, the place where undeliverable mail doesn't die, it waits. And on the night this started, something in my log didn't just look wrong, it looked impossible. 0:17 a.m. A tray lands on my cart with the usual mix: forwarded envelopes, damaged parcels, certified letters that got stuck in the machinery and spit out days late. I scan the first barcode. Beep, normal. Second, beep, normal. Third, beep. And under the signature capture, a name I recognize from the return address: Daniel Alvarez. My thumb stops moving, because Daniel Alvarez died 11 months ago. Not maybe, not I heard, not he moved. Dead. I know that because the tray came from a case file I'd reviewed 2 weeks earlier, a fraud complaint. A widow who kept getting collection calls for accounts her husband never opened. A widow who swore she wasn't receiving half her mail. I remembered the address. I remembered the voice on the phone. And now I'm staring at a green card signature that says Daniel Alvarez personally received a certified letter on a date after his funeral. Paper doesn't panic. People do. I click into the tracking history. Certified mail. Return receipt requested. Delivered 9:12 a.m. Signed D. Alvarez. Then a second entry 2 days later. Change of address processed. Forwarding active. That's not a coincidence. That's a plan. Most people don't understand what certified mail is. They think it's just important mail. But in court, in banking, in property disputes, certified mail isn't mail, it's evidence. A certified letter creates a record. Someone sent it, someone received it, someone signed. That signature can become a knife, and someone had just forged a dead man's signature on a certified delivery, then activated mail forwarding right behind it, which meant the person wasn't just stealing information, the person was shaping a story. A story that would hold up under fluorescent lights in a courtroom while a scared widow tried to explain herself like she was the one doing something wrong. The certified piece in my tray wasn't the one that had been delivered. It was a second certified letter, misrouted, delayed, and now recovered. The addressee, Emma Alvarez. Same last name, same complaint, same case. The envelope looked clean at first glance, but the postage told a different story. A vintage stamp in the corner, a small red heart, old style, the kind people buy because it reminds them of someone. It didn't match the rest of the envelope. That stamp was personal. A human touch on something that had been treated like paperwork. I turned the envelope over and checked the back flap. The glue line was uneven, not torn, not obviously broken, just resealed. I slid it under the desk lamp. There it was. A faint impression line where someone had lifted the flap and pressed it down again. I logged it. Then I did something I almost never do. I took the envelope out of the tray and I drove. 1:08 a.m. Emma Alvarez's neighborhood was quiet in the way only working-class streets get quiet. The kind of quiet that feels earned. I didn't pull into her driveway. I parked down the block under a tree where the shadow breaks the shape of a car. Old habit. I walked up with a small USPS satchel and my badge in my left pocket. Her porch light was off. I knocked once. Then again. Not loud, not aggressive. Just the kind of knock that says, "Wake up, this matters." A curtain moved. A chain clicked. The door opened 3 inches and moved. A woman in her late 60s looked out with eyes that didn't expect kindness from the dark. "Can I help you?" Emma Alvarez asked. "Emma Alvarez," I said. Her chin lifted a fraction, cautious. "Yes?" "My name is Frank Hale, USPS." I held my badge where she could see it. "I have a certified item for Emma Alvarez. It was delayed in transit. I'm correcting the record." That word, record, made her eyes sharpen. "Correcting what record?" Emma said. "Emma Alvarez, this piece has a signature problem tied to your address," I said, "and a forwarding problem. I need Emma Alvarez to take this in hand." Emma stared at me like she was deciding whether this was real or a new scam with better costume design. Then she opened the door another inch. "What do I have to do?" Emma asked. "Emma Alvarez signs," I said. "Emma Alvarez shows ID." Emma didn't argue. Emma didn't perform. Emma walked to a small table by the entryway, grabbed a wallet, and came back with a driver's license. I checked it. The last name matched. The photo matched. And the address matched the case file. Emma Alvarez signed the electronic capture. Full name. Slow. Careful. Then Emma looked at me and asked the question people ask when their life is about to change. "Frank, what is this?" I handed Emma the letter. Emma didn't open it right away. Emma held it like it could bite. "Emma Alvarez," I said quietly, "someone used your mailbox." The chain on the door rattled as Emma's grip tightened. "Someone stole my mail?" Emma asked. "Someone steered your mail," Frank Hale said. "Stealing is messy. Steering is clean." Emma swallowed. "Come inside," Emma said. Emma's living room smelled like lemon cleaner and old grief. Not dramatic, just lived in. A framed photo sat on a side table, a man with warm eyes, one arm around Emma's shoulders. Daniel Alvarez. Emma followed my gaze. "That's my husband," Emma said. "Was." I didn't say I'm sorry, not because I wasn't, because Emma didn't need sympathy. I'm sorry. Emma needed time. Emma opened the letter with careful fingers. The first page had a letterhead, a title company, a closing date, and a line that made Emma's face lose color. Notice of pending sale and disbursement of proceeds. Emma blinked once, then twice. "My house isn't for sale," Emma said. The way she said it wasn't confused. It was offended, like reality had been insulted. Emma flipped the page. Then she hit the exhibit, a recorded document copy, a deed. Emma's mouth opened, and nothing came out. I didn't rush her. I watched the corners of her hands. They started to shake. Then Emma forced them still. "My husband left me this house," Emma said. I nodded once. "Emma Alvarez, someone filed paperwork that says otherwise." Emma looked up at Frank Hale. "Who?" Emma asked. I didn't answer that fast, because in stories like this, the who is never far. The who is usually the person who said, "Let me help." Emma set the papers down on the table like they were dirty. "My niece has been helping me," Emma said. "Kayla." Emma said the name the way people say a name they want to trust. "She set up my phone," Emma continued. "She organized bills. She said she'd make sure I didn't miss anything important." Emma's eyes stayed on the deed copy. "My niece has my spare key," Emma said. I kept my voice flat. "Emma Alvarez, did Kayla Alvarez ever ask for copies of IDs?" Frank Hale asked. Emma's jaw tightened. "She said the bank needed it," Emma said. "She said the insurance needed it. She said it's easier if I don't stress." There it is. The language of a person building a cage out of comfort. Emma tapped the title company page with one finger. "This says my husband signed something," Emma said. "But Daniel has been gone." I reached into my satchel and pulled out a single sheet, a printed tracking history. "Emma Alvarez, a certified letter was delivered to your address 3 months ago," Frank Hale said. "The postal record says Daniel Alvarez signed for it." Emma stared. "Says Daniel—" "That's not possible," Emma said. "I know," I said. "That's why I'm standing here at 1 in the morning." Emma's throat moved. "Then who signed?" Emma asked. I let the answer sit in the room without saying it, because Emma already knew the shape of it. Emma walked to a drawer, pulled it open, and took out a small pile of envelopes. "Look," Emma said. "These are the only things I've been getting. Junk mail, coupons, magazines. None of the kind of mail that changes your life." I turned one envelope over. There it was, a yellow label, a forwarding label, Emma's address printed on top, and underneath it, a second address, a P.O. box across town. Emma's eyes narrowed as she leaned in. "That's not my P.O. box," Emma said. "Emma Alvarez," I said, "mail forwarding exists for people who move. It also exists for people who steal time." Emma picked up the pile and her hands started shaking again. "I didn't do this," Emma said. "I believe you," I said. Emma looked at me, sharp. "You believe me?" Emma asked. "Emma Alvarez," I said, "a forwarding order doesn't just happen. Someone requested it. Someone verified it." Emma's voice went quiet. "Kayla," Emma said. Emma flipped back to the title company page and found the date. "Closing is in 48 hours, Emma whispered. That number, 48, is a countdown you can feel in your teeth. Emma looked up. "Frank, what do I do?" Emma asked. I didn't give legal advice. I gave procedure. Emma Alvarez. Tonight, Emma Alvarez does 3 things, Frank Hale said. Emma Alvarez calls the title company. Emma Alvarez freezes the closing. Emma Alvarez files a fraud alert with the county recorder. Emma Alvarez files a police report. Emma blinked hard. That's a lot, Emma said. Emma Alvarez, the people who do this count on overwhelm, I said. Overwhelm makes people quiet. Quiet makes paperwork win. Emma sat down slowly, like her knees had decided to stop helping. Then Emma lifted her chin. "Okay," Emma said. Then Emma lifted. "Tell me what to say." That was the moment I knew Emma wasn't helpless. Emma was unprepared. There's a difference. Emma put the phone on speaker. It rang. A voice answered, sleepy but professional. "After hours line, this is Monica." Emma's voice was steady but thin. "My name is Emma Alvarez," Emma said.
I received a notice of sale for my property. I did not authorize any sale. I believe my mail was forwarded fraudulently and my signature was forged. I need the closing frozen."
Silence. Then keys. Monica's voice sharpened.
"Emma Alvarez, what is the file number?"
Monica asked. Emma read it. More keys. Then Monica exhaled slowly, like the situation had weight.
"Emma Alvarez, the file shows a recorded quitclaim deed,"
Monica said.
"from Daniel Alvarez to Kayla Alvarez."
Emma's mouth went tight.
"My husband is deceased,"
Emma said.
"and I never signed any transfer."
Monica's voice shifted again.
"Emma Alvarez, I'm placing an immediate hold. No funds dispersed, no signing appointment. This becomes a fraud review. You need to contact the county recorder in the morning and bring proof of identity and ownership."
"I will," Emma said. Monica hesitated, then asked the question people ask when they're trying to help inside the rules.
"Emma Alvarez, do you have anyone with you?"
Monica asked. Emma glanced at Frank Hale.
"I have Frank Hale,"
Emma said. Monica paused.
"Emma Alvarez, do what Frank Hale tells you about the mail trail,"
Monica said.
"and email this line a scan of the envelope and the forwarding label. Those details matter."
Emma ended the call. Then Emma exhaled like she'd been holding her breath for months. Took photos of the forwarding label. I took photos of the certified tracking printout. I took photos of the resealed flap. Then I did what my job trained me to do. I wrote it down. Time, date, condition, chain. Because later someone would say, "Emma is confused. Emma is emotional. Emma misunderstood." Facts don't care is emotional. Emma watched me work, eyes sharper than before.
"Frank,"
Emma said,
"why are you doing this?"
I kept my voice calm. "Emma Alvarez, a person can steal a wallet," Frank Hale said. "A person can steal a ring. A person can steal a car." Frank Hale tapped the forwarding label. "A person who steals mail steals options," I said. "And I don't like people who steal options." Emma nodded once. Then Emma's phone buzzed. A text from Kayla. "Aunt Emma, I handled everything. Stop stressing. I'll be there in the morning." Emma stared at it. The timing was too perfect.
"Kayla knows,"
Emma whispered. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. At 6:45 a.m., I was sitting in my car outside the county recorder's office. Emma arrived at 7:02 a.m. Emma stepped out wearing a plain coat, hair pulled back, a folder clutched like a shield. Frank Hale stepped out and walked beside Emma Alvarez. Emma didn't talk much. Emma was doing the thing people do when their world has shifted, moving forward because standing still feels like drowning. Inside the recorder's office, the air smelled like paper and stale coffee. A clerk took Emma's ID. The clerk pulled up the parcel record, and the clerk's face changed in that quiet way that means, yes, it's as bad as you think. "Emma Alvarez," the clerk said carefully, "a quitclaim deed was recorded 3 weeks ago." Emma's jaw tightened. "Emma Alvarez never signed anything," Emma said. The clerk nodded, procedural. "I can give Emma Alvarez a certified copy," the clerk said. "Emma Alvarez can file a fraud affidavit and attach a public notice to the record." Emma nodded once. "Emma Alvarez is filing it," Emma said. The clerk printed forms. The clerk stamped. Thunk, ink, reality. Emma signed the fraud affidavit with slow, clean handwriting. Not rushed, not shaky. Emma looked like a woman
who decided to stop asking permission to exist. While the clerk scanned the deed image, I watched the corner where people stopped looking. The notary block. The commission number had a tiny correction. One digit scratched and rewritten. Small, almost invisible. The kind of detail that doesn't happen in clean work. I leaned in. "Emma Alvarez, this matters," Frank Hale said. Emma's eyes narrowed. The clerk glanced at Frank Hale, then back to the screen. "That correction should have triggered a review," the clerk said quietly, "but it didn't. It went through." Emma swallowed. "Who is the notary?" Emma asked. The clerk read the name out loud. "Carla Mendez." Emma's face didn't change, but her fingers tightened around the folder, because Emma Alvarez recognized that name. Emma Alvarez whispered, "Kayla's friend." We didn't go to Kayla first. We went to procedure first, because confronting the person gives the person time to rewrite the story. By noon, Emma had a fraud alert on the property record, a hold on the title company file, a police report number, a folder with stamped copies. At 4:10 p.m., Emma's doorbell rang. Emma didn't open. Emma turned on a small camera by the entryway, a new one she bought that morning. Emma spoke through the door. "Kayla Alvarez, Emma Alvarez is recording," Emma said. Kayla's voice came through the wood, sweet and impatient. "Aunt Emma, open up," Kayla said. "This is a misunderstanding." Emma's voice stayed calm. "Kayla Alvarez, a deed was recorded," Emma said. "Mail was forwarded to a P.O. box. A dead man signed a certified receipt. Kayla Alvarez explains that." Silence. Then Kayla sighed, as if Emma was being difficult about a minor inconvenience. "Aunt Emma, you don't understand how these things work," Kayla said. "I was trying to protect you." Emma's tone sharpened. "Kayla Alvarez protected Kayla Alvarez," Emma said. "And Emma Alvarez is done being protected." Kayla's voice dropped, colder. "Aunt Emma, you don't want to make this ugly," Kayla said. Emma didn't flinch. "Kayla Alvarez made it ugly with paperwork," Emma said. "Emma Alvarez is finishing it with paperwork." Kayla went quiet. "Is finishing it." Then Kayla spoke again, softer, more dangerous. "Aunt Emma, you signed the new agreement and this all goes away," Kayla said. Emma glanced at Frank Hale. Frank Hale said one sentence, calm as a stamp. "Emma Alvarez does not sign anything." Emma repeated it. "Emma Alvarez does not sign anything," Emma said. Kayla's voice snapped. "Fine," Kayla said. "See you in court." Kayla's footsteps retreated. Emma kept recording until Kayla's car door closed. 2 days later, Emma Alvarez stood in a small courtroom with the same folder. Kayla Alvarez sat on the other side with a lawyer. Carla Mendez, the notary, sat behind them, posture stiff. The judge looked tired, until the judge saw the fraud affidavit and the certified copies. Then the judge looked awake. "Emma Alvarez," the judge said. "Emma Alvarez is alleging fraudulent conveyance and mail interference." Emma's voice stayed steady. "Yes, Your Honor," Emma said. "Emma Alvarez did not sign the transfer. Emma Alvarez did not authorize any sale. Emma Alvarez's mail was forwarded to a P.O. box." The judge turned to Kayla's attorney. "Counsel," the judge said, "why does this deed show a notary correction in the commission block?" The attorney started to speak. The judge raised a hand. "Answer the question," the judge said. Carla Mendez swallowed. Then the judge asked for the thing liars fear most.
Carla Mendez, the judge said. Carla Mendez will produce the notary journal.
Carla's eyes darted, one quick glance toward Kayla. Then Carla pulled a small black book from a bag and handed it over. The judge flipped pages. The room went quiet. The judge's finger stopped on an entry.
Carla Mendez, the judge said evenly. This entry lists identification ending in 931.
The judge looked at Emma.
Emma Alvarez? What are the last 3 digits on Emma Alvarez's driver's license? The judge asked.
Emma answered without hesitation. 617. The judge nodded once. Then the judge looked at Carla Mendez.
Carla Mendez, the judge said. The journal does not match. Kayla's lawyer tried to interrupt. The judge cut him off. Sit down, the judge said.
Then the judge looked at me. Frank Hale didn't speak in court unless asked, but the judge asked.
Frank Hale, the judge said. Frank Hale reviewed USPS forwarding records. Yes, Frank Hale said. Frank Hale confirms a change of address was initiated online, the judge asked.
Yes, I said.
Verified by payment method tied to Kayla Alvarez. Forwarding destination matches Kayla Alvarez P.O. Box.
Kayla's face tightened. Emma didn't look at Kayla. Emma looked at the judge. Emma let the record speak. The judge turned back to Carla Mendez.
Carla Mendez, the judge said. Carla Mendez witnessed Daniel Alvarez sign.
Carla's voice shook.
Yes,
Carla said. The judge didn't raise a voice. The judge simply placed a certified death certificate on the bench, filed as an exhibit.
Daniel Alvarez died 11 months ago, the judge said. Carla Mendez explains how Daniel Alvarez signed a return receipt 3 months ago.
Carla's mouth opened, closed. Then Carla whispered the truth like it hurt to hold it.
I didn't,
Carla said.
I didn't witness it.
The courtroom didn't explode. It just reset. Truth flips the circuit. The judge's voice went cold and precise.
This court is issuing an immediate injunction against any sale, the judge said. This court is referring the deed for criminal investigation, the judge continued. This court is referring notary misconduct to the commissioning authority.
Kayla's lawyer looked like he wanted to disappear. Kayla looked at Emma like Emma had betrayed her. Emma didn't move. Emma didn't react. Emma simply held the folder like a woman who learned the real weapon is a timestamp. A week later, Emma Alvarez changed the locks. Emma Alvarez kept certified copies in a fireproof pouch. Emma Alvarez updated mail security and removed Kayla Alvarez from anything that touched money, property, or paper. From anything that Emma Alvarez didn't celebrate. Emma Alvarez got quiet. The kind of quiet you earn when you stop pleading and start documenting. And me, I went back to the night shift. Because there's always another envelope, always another signature that doesn't belong. And if a person in your life ever says, "Let me handle your mail," ask one question. Where is the record? If Emma Alvarez hadn't asked in time, Emma Alvarez would have lost more than a house. Emma Alvarez would have lost the right to be believed. Would you confront family first? Or would you do what Emma Alvarez did and let the paperwork trap them in their own lie? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more stories where silence wins because the record is louder than manipulation, subscribe. At midnight, I don't deliver mail. I deliver consequences.